Hey guys, I'm Big Mac Davis here, and welcome to the Half-Life 2 100% walkthrough for the PC, played through Steam on the hard difficulty setting. This is Chapter 2, A Red Letter Day. So, just a quick refresher before we begin. In the last episode, we unlocked 3 achievements: Submissive, Defiant, and Malcontent. And in this episode, we will be unlocking 2 more achievements: What Cat and Trusty Hardware. And also in this episode, we will be starting a brand new achievement, but we will not be able to unlock it until way later in the game, and that is Lambda Locator. There are 45 Lambda locations that we need to find throughout this entire game, and in this episode we will be finding the very first one. And in Chapter 3, Root Canal, I will be discussing what these Lambda locations are and what they can do for you. But in the meantime, let's continue on with Chapter 2, A Red Letter Day. So, just one note here before we go on following Alyx, and that is in this room. Note that the hand is clutching a Lambda symbol. That is the icon of the Resistance, and when you see these icons, that means that the good guys are not that far ahead. So, just keep note of that. And also in this room, the drawings and such are really quite revealing. Like this one right here, I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to be. It could be the Combine, it could be the Civil Protection. I'm not quite sure, but they are all quite cool. Anyways, let's continue on to the next chapter. And I'm letting this loading screen go because after the loading screen, the dialogue starts immediately, and I don't want to miss it. So we'll just have to sit through it.
Funny, you showing up on this day in particular. We've been helping people escape the city on foot. It's a dangerous route to my father's lab, through the old canals. Today, we're finally on the verge of having a better way. Here, let me buy you a drink. Oh, and by the way, nice to finally meet you.
And there it is, the first of 45 Lambda locations that we need to find throughout this entire game.
Come on, Gordon.
Okay, yeah, let's not dawdle. Let's go inside Dr. Kleiner's laboratory.
Blast that little... Where did she get to? Lamarr, come out of there!
Uh-oh, everything all right, Dr. Kleiner?
Oh, hello, Alyx. Well, almost all right. Lamarr has gotten out of her crate again. If I didn't know better, I'd suspect Barney of trapping and... My goodness. Gordon Freeman. It really is you, isn't it?
I found him wandering around outside. Bit of a troublemaker, isn't he?
We owe a great deal to Dr. Freeman, even if trouble does tend to follow in his wake. I must say, Gordon, you come at a very opportune time. Alyx has just installed the final piece for our resurrected teleport.
I can't take any credit for the breakthrough, Doctor.
Nonsense. Your talents surpass your loveliness.
Let's just see if this thing works, okay?
Well, is he here? There you are. Man, Gordon, you stirred up the hive. We can't keep him here long, Doc. It'll jeopardize everything we've worked for.
Don't worry, he's coming with me.
That's right, Barney. This is a red letter day. We'll inaugurate the new teleport with a double transmission.
You mean it's working? For real this time? Because I still have nightmares about that cat.
No, there's nothing to be nervous about.
cat?
We've made major strides since then. Major strides.
What cat?
Doc, since he's not taking the streets, you might as well get him out of his civvies.
What? Oh dear, you're right. I almost forgot. Barney, I'll give you the honor.
I've got to get back on my shift, but okay. Here we go. Ah! Damn it, get it off me!
Lamar, there you
I
are.
thought you got rid of that pest.
Certainly not. Never fear, Gordon. She's debeaked and completely harmless. The worst she might do is attempt to couple with your head, fruitlessly.
Get that thing away from me!
Here, my pet. Hop up. No, not up there. No. Careful, Lamar. Those are quite fragile. Oh, fie. It'll be another week before I can coax her out of there.
Yeah, longer if we're lucky.
Barney, you're not an animal person.
Ugh.
Well, Gordon, go ahead. Slip into your suit now.
And there it is, the Mark V hazardous environment suit. We will be slipping into our suit very shortly,
Let's
but
get a move on.
there is one line of dialogue that I just have to show off in this particular section of the game. I will be right back, everybody.
Don't worry, I won't look.
Yep, that's right. You knew it was coming, I knew it was coming, we all knew. Let's slip into our suit right now.
Well, Gordon, I see your HEV suit still fits you like a glove. At least, the glove parts do. I've made a few modifications, but I'll just acquaint you with the essentials. Now, let's see. The Mark V hazardous environment suit has been redesigned for comfort and utility. Oh dear.
Doc, we don't have time for this. At least get that suit juiced up, Gordon.
Good idea. There's a charger on the wall. I've modified your suit to draw power from Combine energy outlets, which are plentiful wherever they patrol.
Meanwhile, let's get this show on the road. Well, come on. Dr. Kleiner's waiting.
So, before we enter Dr. Kleiner's teleportation area, there are some things to look at here inside his laboratory. Some Easter eggs, if you will. Now, if you face the door that you came through right here, and then turn over to the right side, we see a prototype teleporter. Now, you can use this thing, and it will transport items from one area to the other area. But if you want to break the teleporter, you'll have to put items on both sides and continuously use it. And eventually, the teleporter will break and explode. Which, the achievement is called What Cat? And it kind of gives you a tiny clue as to what happened to poor Barney and that cat. He must have been teleporting with a cat, and the teleporter exploded. And perhaps the cat exploded all over him? But of course, I'm just guessing here, I'm not quite sure. Because Barney never really reveals what happened to him. Yeah, well, eventually it will blow up. Wow. There we go. That is the achievement called What Cat?
You coming?
And we have just unlocked it right now. So the next thing that we're going to do is head on over to the right of the teleporter, where we have a hula doll. Now, you can click on the hula doll and she will dance for you. And there is these monitors here. You can use them if you want to, and we see the G-Man. He's looking through the fence and then walking away. And I'm not quite sure where that is in this particular chapter. But here is the electric plant, which we will be to very soon, by the way. And here is where Alyx bought us that drink. Thank you, Alyx. I appreciate it. And the next screen shows, I don't know where that is, but every once in a while, a citizen will walk through the fence. The fence will open there. See, right there. And that's it. That's all you can see on the security monitor. And here, we grabbed the HEV suit. Now, while Barney is preoccupied with Lamarr, you can press this button, and you can put on the HEV suit while Lamarr is harassing Barney, which is always fun to do. And you can see the equipment and the gases that Kleiner has used to keep your suit in pristine condition. Error. Now, about these lockers, there's not much inside of them except for a binder.
This way, Gordon.
And if we go beyond the locker, there's not much behind here except for a combine charger. Let's use it. And only 25 suit. Sad face. Anyways, over here we have the cute headcrab Lamarr's crate, with some blood inside the crate. Now wait a minute, didn't Kleiner say that Lamarr was debeaked and completely harmless? So what's blood doing inside that crate?
Come on.
Well, maybe we'll find out later on. For right now, we'll go up the ladder. There's not much up here, I just want to show off something. Notice the flammable gas canister with the fire symbol on it. We will be using canisters like this throughout the entire game, so keep note of the flammable symbol. Anyways, we will jump down, and once again face that door we used to get through here, and this time turn left, where we see some readings going into a recycle bin. And also on the floor, we can read what the clipboard says about our HEV suit. It says, the Mark V Hazardous Environment Suit revised. The Mark V Hazardous Environment Suit has been redesigned for comfort and utility, but we cannot read what comes after that. And there's some cursive writing right here which I can't quite read, but maybe you guys can. And back over here, we have a Starfield screensaver. And also we have Caramel and Mesa, which is always kind of cool. And also about this magnifying glass, you can look through it and see things bigger, which is always fun to do. Anyways, we're done with this area, so let's just move on over here to this smorgasbord. Now, some of the information is relevant and some of it is not, and I'll try and reveal some of the more popular things. We start with this.
Come on.
Find more watermelon for Lamarr. Oh, I'm starting to piece it together now. How about you? So this is not blood, but watermelon juice. That's so sweet. That's so cute. Anyways, moving on.
This way, Gordon.
Massless field flux must self-limit. CY equals 0.105937. For Eli, manifold parameters. And over here,
You
we
coming?
have a picture of Dr. Eli Vance with his wife, Ozian. We have never seen Ozian before until now. And a picture of Kleiner on the front cover of Popular Scientist, and also a newspaper clipping from the New York Times with "End is near," and there is the devastation
Gordon.
left by the Combine when they invaded. Kind of a nice backstory, gives you some backstory of the game already. And here is a cute little drawing done by someone we've already met.
Come on.
To Uncle Kleiner from Alyx. Now obviously Alyx is not Kleiner's niece. They were just so close for so many years that they might as well have been. And up here is something quite interesting. We have mutation, evolution. Well, this is the reproductive organs of the headcrab, but they look slightly different, don't they, from the original Half-Life? Well, maybe we'll find the answers to why they've changed later on. And there is a logical answer, and you'll see that later on. But for right now, we'll just move on.
Come on.
Now, there's lots more to do here in Kleiner's laboratory, but for the sake of time, we are just going to continue on. And here we have a picture of the Black Mesa research team. There's Gordon Freeman and Isaac Kleiner. We also see that old man from the Black Mesa facility, and Eli Vance. Now, Eli Vance, if you remember, he was the scientist that said, "Gordon, you're alive. Thank God for that hazard suit. I'm afraid to move and all our phones are out. Please get to the surface as soon as you can and let someone know we're stranded down here." That's him, basically, and we will be seeing him again. But who has had his face whited out? Well, that must be the administrator, Dr. Breen, who has now sold the world to the Combine. Anyways, if we use the picture, we can use the retinal scan device. But access is denied because it cannot recognize our eyes. Anyway, we'll move on into the teleportation chamber.
Gordon, why don't you position yourself near the panel over there and wait for my word?
Isaac, are you there?
Yes, Eli. Bit of a holdup on this end. You'll never guess who found his way into our lab this morning.
That's not who I think it is.
Indeed it is, and it's our intention to send him packing straight away in the company of your lovely daughter.
Are you ready for us, Dad?
We're all set on this end.
Then let's do it.
Let's see. The massless field flux should self-limit, and I've clamped the manifold parameters to CY base and LT orbifold, Hilbert inclusive. Conditions could hardly be more ideal.
That's what you said last time.
Hey, yeah, about that cat.
Initializing in 3, 2, 1. No fiddlesticks. What now?
Doctor, the plug.
Dear me, you're right. Gordon, would you mind plugging us in?
It's right there, Gordon.
Excellent.
You gonna let Gordon throw the switch?
Gordon, go right ahead. Very good. Final sequence. Commencing now.
I can't look.
Okay.
Well, did it work?
See for yourself.
Hey, Doc.
Thank goodness. My relief is almost palpable.
Fantastic work, Izzy.
Well, I can't take all the credit. Dr. Freeman proved an able assistant.
Let's go ahead and bring Gordon through now.
right you are. Speak to you again in a few moments.
Good job, Gordon. Throwing that switch and all. I can see your MIT education really pays for itself.
All right, Barney. Your turn.
Gee, thanks.
Gordon, as soon as you're in position, we'll send you to Eli's.
And not a moment too soon.
Excellent. Initializing in 3, 2, 1. Barney, if you'd be so kind.
Good luck out there, Gordon.
Yes, indeed. We're ready to project you, Gordon. Bon voyage, and best of luck in your future endeavors. Final sequence. What the hell? What is it?
It's your head, the freaking head hopper!
Ready? No!
There he is! Is Lamarr with him? Get about that thing!
He's coming through, Dad.
What's going on, Judith?
I'm not sure. It seems to be some kind of interference.
Gordon, stay put. We'll get you out of there.
Something is drawing him away.
What's the meaning of this? Who are you? How did you get in here?
Hey, make it fast! I'm getting him out of there.
Can't just wait in the field. It will peel you apart.
Just lost Gordon. What's going on?
I wish I knew. I'm encountering unexpected interference.
Don't worry, Gordon.
There he is.
Oh, we're losing him again.
The man I saw. I'm all but certain it was Gordon Freeman.
He's not there.
He didn't come through.
Then where is he?
Behind you.
Ah!
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Gordon, you must get out of here. Run!
Get down out of sight. I'll come find you.
Oh my gosh, what just happened? We are out near the electric plant, like I said we would. But I took damage somehow. And we're being harassed by 2 scanners, so let's jump down. Now, you can kill these 2 scanners. It is possible. And what you want to do is use these crates to try and throw them at the scanners. Gosh, I just can't see. It's blinding. And also, don't worry, because the scanners will not relay your location to anybody. They're just more annoying than anything else. He's almost dead. And sometimes a scanner can drop a battery for your HEV suit, so we will grab that. And just for giggles, we're going to use the dead scanner to kill the other scanner. I just can't see. And there we go. And no battery was dropped. But we have caused the alert around here, so we need to get going right away. So, let's go. There's nothing else to do but to proceed on to the next section of the game, which is through here.
Hey, Gordon! The Citadel's on full alert. I've never seen it lit up like that. Get out of City 17 as fast as you can, Gordon. Take the old canals, right? They'll get you to Eli's lab. It's a dangerous route, but there's a whole network of refugees, and they'll help you if they can. I'd come with you, but I gotta look after Dr. Kleiner. Oh, and before I forget, I think you dropped this back in Black Mesa. Good luck out there, buddy. You're gonna need it.
And there it is, the crowbar. And that will unlock the achievement called Trusty Hardware. Now we are officially Gordon Freeman, ready to kill the enemies in his way. Like these crates over here. Now, I won't be crowbarring absolutely everything, just the important crates here and there. And Barney was not joking. Just look at the number of scanners that are pouring out of the Citadel, because if you remember, we accidentally teleported inside the Citadel and saw Dr. Breen, and he radioed to the scanners to now look for us, so we are now a fugitive. And who was Dr. Breen talking to on that computer screen? Well, maybe we'll find out later on, but for right now, let's just move on. And let's have a listen to one of my favorite tracks in the entire game, right here. And now, we will enter the dark tunnel with our flashlight on, where we have another scanner. And he did not drop a battery this time. Now, when you drop down to the ground below, immediately run to the left side, because on the right side will be a civil protection agent. And then jump into the red boxcar. Now, when you exit the red boxcar, immediately run to the right side, because on the left side is a train. Now, when you go up this ladder, turn left and then jump over the next set of trains. And hide here in this right corner. Now, we will be back to take care of those civil protection agents later on, and you'll see how we do it. And he dropped another battery. Now what we're going to do is crouch behind the upturned cart to proceed without damage. and then we will just run down the stairs. And that's the end of this chapter. And like I said before, we will be back into this section to take care of the civil protection agents, as well as grab a couple of more armor batteries. Well, where could they be? Well, we'll find out in the next video. So until next time, I'm Big Mac Davis, and I will see you guys in Chapter 3, Root Canal. So until next time, yeah, take care, everybody.